everyone. Today I have a guest design team project for you that I have done for Los Mimis Armoire. I have linked her Etsy shop below, and in this project I have used quite a number of her kits, so I'm not going to go through them all right now. I have them listed down in the description box below for you if you want to take a look. She has some gorgeous printables, so I really encourage you to go and take a look. So what I have made is just a traveler's notebook, and I have closed it just with this kind of sheer dotted fabric. And I did that because I felt like anything else was going to be a little bit too heavy looking on the front, just because it has this really kind of washed look here. And the cover, I have just done some collaging. This is one of her gorgeous ledger pages, and then she has ledger pages that have florals on them as well. So just some beautiful things, and then I've just added a few little bits and pieces that I had on my desk that I felt went well. For the cover, you can see here I have sandwiched in between the front cover and the inside cover just this little bit of kind of sheer fabric that's fraying, and it just has that really gorgeous shabby look. So let me take you inside and show you what I've done. So I've used some baking paper, as I usually do throughout, and a little bit of craft paper, and I just really like to add craft to my projects, just because it adds a little bit of weight, I guess, and I just really like that look, so I have done that throughout as well. So let me show you, I've got my favorite note stamp, and then that's one of her postcards, and that's just an extra piece that I had on my desk. So she's got some great postcards, she's got some great journaling cards, some great journaling kits, just beautiful. This is one of her gorgeous images, and then I've just added a little photo corner there. I've backed it on this bag with a little bit more of that sheer fabric. And then I've just added a journaling card here. Use a denote stamp and a tab, and that's a great journaling spot. I have added some authentic vintage papers here, French papers, some pink ledger paper, and then this is one of her floral ledger pages here. Added a tab. And then this is one of her envelopes. She has an envelope kit, so I've used that as a belly band. And then I have just added some more of the a collaged page that I did to go with this project, just as a tag. One of her ledger pages that I've just left fairly narrow here. And then some vintage music paper with a little tag and a ruffle here. This is one of hers, of course. This is on a full 8.5 by 11 paper, and I have just folded it here. So that's the backing. I've just folded it so that I could use it as a pocket. So I've got a pocket here, although I don't have anything in it. And then on the back, I have a couple more pieces, journaling cards, and a photo image from a couple of her different kits. And then this is another vintage French page from my stash. This is one of the floral ledger pages, and so I've just left it so that it could be used as a journaling spot or added in somewhere. Here I've made just a little tuck spot with a bag. This is a copy of a photo that I have in my collection. I've just backed it onto some craft paper and added a little bit of that dotted sheer fabric to the bag. And then inside, just a scrap that I had on my desk, and I've added a little bit of trim to the top for the journaling card. More of her beautiful ledger paper, and I've just added some lace here as a pocket, and then more of that collage paper that I did, and I've just backed it onto some craft and added some fun dotted sari ribbon, and that would make a great journaling spot. So you can see there's lots of room to journal in this traveler's notebook. Center the signature here, I've just used a couple of pockets, craft paper pockets, or rather baking paper pockets, and this fun image. I printed all of the photos onto glossy photo paper so they look real. And here, one of her beautiful postcards with that floral stamp. And in the center here, I have one of her envelopes again as a pocket, and I've just got another of her beautiful journaling cards in there. Used my rose trim throughout. This is just a collaged floating pocket, and I just added an embossed tag here, and then this is one of her printables as well. Just a fun kind of ledger type of paper, and I thought it would be fun to use as some journaling space. So it just clips on, and another ruffle here. You can see here that that's that ledger paper with the floral on it. Square doily here that I've folded into a pocket, and then I've just tucked in a little extra photo there. Lots of tabs in this. So this is the other side of that full page, 8.5 by 11 page that has 4 different images on it, and I've just folded it so that it could be used as a pocket. And I've got another of her really pretty postcards in there. So you could add pockets and so on to this as well. But this was getting pretty chunky, so I thought I better leave it. Another of the collaged tags that I did, I've done a bit of stamping here and added another of her images here with some of that dotted sheer fabric and just a little bit of trim at the top. And here I have just some coffee dye paper that I've made into a little kind of notepad here, done a bit of stamping and added some trim at the top so that could be moved around and used wherever it makes the most sense. Here I've used one of her journaling cards just as a pocket, and I've just added in a plain pink embossed tag there. A little bit of ruffle there. And another baking paper pocket and another couple of her images for journaling cards there. And then here is the other part of that vintage ledger paper, and I have not glued that down into a pocket. I thought I would leave it for whoever decides they would like this journal. They can either glue it here and here to make a pocket, or they can use it as a flip out for some extra journaling space. And here I've just added a couple of extra tags, just as a little kind of charm on the side. And then in the back, the pocket or the bag here, I've added another of her images with a photo corner and backed onto some of that sheer fabric and some craft. And here I have an embossed piece of cardstock, and then I have added to the back of it some craft, and that's so that it can be easily written on. It's smoother for writing, and just added a little tab there. And in the back pocket, I just have a couple of more of her postcards. So these could be printed back to back as well, if you wanted to do that to make it look like a real postcard. So that is my project, guest design team project for Los Mimis Armoire. So yeah, thank you so much for asking me to do this. I love all the images that I chose, and honestly, I used blue through this, and I don't normally use blue, so this was a fun project for me, to really kind of challenge myself to be able to use the blue throughout. So thank you for that, and everyone, please head over to Los Mimis Armoire Etsy shop. I've got the link below, and check out her gorgeous printables. Thanks for joining me today. I will see you all soon.